Oh no. Where's my t-shirt? Oh dear. I can't do a stream topless, that's outrageous. What's this? A pyjama top? Oh. Tight. But not to worry. Quite comfortable. Hello friends, how are we? I am simply getting ready. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. I've hurt my back. I've hurt my back. Why have I done that? Don't know. Don't know why I've done it. But I have. Ow. Fuck. So I will stream for as long as I can. I will stream for as long as I can. There is the mic. Watch us wreck the mic. Psych. So, let us spray. Oh, there it is, friends. The view. How are you? I am. What am I? I don't know what I am. In pain is what I am. Fucking back's gone. Oh. So, had a couple of arrivals today. Well, one of the arrivals wasn't an arrival. The arrival had already arrived. I simply did not know that it had arrived weeks ago. And that arrival was this. It was this. It had arrived, friends. It had arrived. And so, that is fantastic. It has been sitting in my fucking garage for about 2 or 3 weeks now. Don't I feel like a dick? Yes, I do. So, that is where we are at with that. Oh. Okay, let's see what's happening. I can't click on that. It won't let me. Okay. I need to catch up with the fucking chat. I'm all over the shop. Well, fucking chat. Oh. What we got? Let's have a look at you, shall we? Oh. That's the wrong button. Not fan funding. Set a goal. Where am I? 2 hours. I might what might I do? I might cut it short tonight because I'm fucking sore like, but we'll see. So, welcome Andy Sabri, welcome Mitra, hello. Welcome Dushan, streaming in pajamas, that's me. Welcome Vic. Hello Juan, how is Juan Herrera? Rachel says the House of Representatives just voted to release the Epstein files. What a day. Yes, he's getting a little bit short-tempered, isn't he? The fucking big orange fucking whale. Fuck him. Wheat. Oh, what? Says Christina. What? I was just reading what you wrote yesterday about streaming and a notification pops up. Rachel says, hello, Dirk, and bye. I have to teach in 2 minutes. Lovely to see you. Hugs. And you too, Rachel. Thank you. Christina says, I collected Dropout's package. He is counting the hours to finish work. Dushan is wearing noir skis. Often licked that perfume you posted. That perfume you posted in the Discord? Might want that. Might not have the ability to pay for it, but I might want it still. Welcome, Watch Nicholas. How are you? Bel Essence is wearing Ungaro Toi. You are a duck. That is right. I am a duck, Christina. Well, my twin first, then a duck. What's up, quackers? Welcome, Often Lick. Welcome, Fragrance Collector Vintage. I'm debating myself if I should buy Penhaligon's cologne or Tower. Well. I would go with Tower, personally, but I do like a few of the Penhaligons. But I prefer Tower, but, like, it's your money, like, sample. Whichever you do first, sample them. Don't just throw money at it, you know? It's fucking difficult out there. Welcome, CG Sense. You're a dangerous man. That is true. I am a dangerous man. I'm known for my danger. People see us walking by. There he goes. There he goes. He's dangerous. Look out. Fragrance Time. Welcome. Jubilation 25 layered with Jubilation 40. I think I'll allow that. Yes, I will. Yes, I will actually allow that. You're very brave. You're very brave coming over. Saying things like that. I respect it. Is it rainy in Macedonia? It's been really, really weird here, weather-wise. Meant to have a little bit of snow tonight, you know? So, Tranquilize. Welcome, Plato. See, clones getting released. I've sprayed it on. As usual, I shall not be offering opinions on the Philosopher's Walk, certainly not publicly, because Eugene sent it, and I do not wish to make a fucking hypocrite of myself, so I shall not be discussing it publicly on the channel. Sorry, friends. I am quite angry at myself, though, because it's been in the fucking garage at least 2 weeks. At least 2 weeks. Sitting there, freezing, fuming. Must have been fucking feeling pretty fucking philosophical, you know? It must have been feeling pretty philosophical as it sat there in the garage. Yes, rain all day, do you? It's time to talk about that walk. Scent of the day was La Deliric Ski. Scent of the night was a Frederick Marles vintage Un Rose. He has a matte cap. Juana Eris is Frederick Marle the Moon perfect to finalize a divorce? Well, if it's not for finalizing one, it could certainly start one off, you know? I'm not a big Moon fan. I much prefer the Night, strangely enough. Much smoother. Doesn't have that amberwood grit, you know? Please like the stream, friends. Jared, welcome. Hello, Dallas. Christina. You are not keeping up on your yoga, even though you've upped your green salad amount. Yes, just a little. I did have spaghetti bolognese for my dinner. That was nice. Had some green peppers in there. Let me know if you can find Tralala by Penhaligons. All right, Sarah passed on a bottle of Zizonia recently. Not sure if I'm missing out. He lives precariously. Avoid green salad at all costs. Yes, the salad. You never know when a salad's going to creep up on you. You know, try and make you healthy. Oh, look out. Most of my fragrances are 5 to 10 ml decants, except my favourite colognes, which I have full bottles, says Fragrance Collector Vintage. Nice. Philosopher's Garage, it was for a couple of weeks. Rich, do you consider yourself an influencer? No. I try not to think about the perception of myself outside of myself. That was what school was for, you know? That shit. If school taught me anything, it's that I can't be arsed with that shit. I can't be arsed with that shit even slightly. Fuck that. Yeah. I'm not bothered about that. So I moved on at pace away from that kind of thinking, you know? Where am I? Philosopher's Garage. Florist made some good stuff. They had a honey oud, which was all right for a little while and then kind of made us feel a bit bleh. My sister is 5 months pregnant and I'm becoming an aunt. Congratulations. Fragrance Time sent a sticker. $10. Thank you. Fragrance Time. Can I buy your own sticker? I'll just be putting the money in the pocket of fucking Google, surely. Congratulations. Yes. Thank you very much for the super sticker. It moves. It jumps. Yippee, if you will. Here's Richfluenza. CG says, I'm wearing my favourite scent ever. Initio Oud for Grizzle. So bad. It's so bad. That stuff's so bad. It is essentially just amber woods. That may be the first ever perfume made up of pure evil. I just remember I remember the first time I smelled the Initios. And I smelled more than one. Was it Oud for Greatness? Or was it... Was there something else? There was an Oud for something else as well, wasn't there? There was something else too. There was another one. And I remember smelling it the first time I smelled it. And I was like, whoa! I was like, that's a bit much. And then I tried to smell the other ones, and I'm not sure if they all smelled the same, or I just couldn't smell anything. But I was wiped out. You know that sound effect in movies where like a bomb goes off or a stun grenade goes off, and it's like that really high pitched squeak. It's like the smell equivalent of that. I was just like, ooh. I reckon I could have took a knee and I would have got away with it. Just dropped to the floor. I like to think of Duck as an influencer, says Christina. Yeah, I try not to think about it. Like, I don't know, I just carry on. Influencers are a bunch of crooks. It's become that kind of word, hasn't it? It's become that, it's weird. I watched this video by Kyle Hill, and it was about how danger signs have to change over the years because people get so used to them over time that they stop associating them with danger. So like the novelty wears off. Like, and what they have to do is they have to modify them as time goes by. Which is really interesting, I thought, because it was about how they bury nuclear waste, and they were like, what we're going to do in like 20,000 years' time when nobody knows what this sign means, how do we keep them out, So I thought it's quite interesting how stuff morphs, language morphs over time. Here, I'll move that because the white is bleaching the screen. Ooh, last time I wore Queer as Abyss, I did one spray on my chest below my shirt and I had 14-hour experience. I can do that with Vanilla Van. I agree, actually. I will give updated experience thoughts on Vanilla Van Queer as Abyss. Hope you get good enough wares to get a good grasp of it. So I'll come back to it once I've caught up with the Hoojo. CG Trolling says Vince. Welcome, Vince. John says, hi, Rich. Isn't wearing and showcasing a Eugene perfume on an intermittent rotation tantamount to an endorsement? No, it is a statement of fact. It is an absolute statement of fact. Okay? So it's like, I wore this, but I won't tell you what it is. So it's like, I wore this on Wednesday. That's what happened. There's no kind of like me offering an opinion or a like an endorsement or any kind of thing there. So that's what I tell myself. I'm at peace with that. Ood for greatiness. CG is admiring his work. I hear people cast spells with that initio, says Mitra. Ood for great mess. Andrei says, evening, Rich and all in the chat. Welcome. They also have Ood for happiness. Yeah, it could have been that one. They've got other stuff too, though. Ood for happiness is such an outrageous name. It's so bonkers. What's going on there? What is happening? Ood for greatness smells like a wall of static. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, it does. I call that house evil. I can't read that. Ood for greatness is an acquired taste, says CJ. But is it worth acquiring the taste? Don't think so. I can't deal with amberwoods. I just can't. I think if I was going to come round to them, I would have done it by now. I do have a couple of perfumes that have an amberwood in, but it works. I've got leather oud. I've got the original leather oud formulation, which has an amberwood in it, but it's offset by the honey, the beeswax, the leather, the piss, it's like all those wrongs making a right. What's the other one as well? I've got something else. I can't remember what it was. I was talking about it. I've got patchouli noisette, and I struggle with that still. I still haven't gone back to that yet. Oh! There's Ambros Sultan. This was my scent of the day. Please tell us your scent of the day if you haven't. Or maybe even if you have. I smelled a cheap, bad perfume today and almost whited. Blech. I find it funny nowadays with shill influencers. People can't pick their own colognes and hunt out what they like. Unlike them, we want to try. And not have someone say this is the best. I mean, when you watch them carry on the way they do carry on, it's like, I couldn't. I just don't think I just don't think it's worth it. Like, I just don't think that, I don't know that I just don't know. I would say there's no coming back from that. But as we have seen, like, the old rules of cause and effect don't seem to apply anymore. You know? Only in certain, some people have defied the old law of cause and effect. It's kind of weird. Oud for greatness is too complex for a lot of people. I am most of those people. It's too complex, it's too serious, it's too good. It's all the more for other people, you know? All the more for other people. That radio is not half making a fucking racket, like. I'm not gonna lie. Why is it doing that? What about Nishane Nefs, Mitch? What about it, mate? I don't know that I've smelled that one. I tried to get their sample set once upon a time, and it was just impossible. It was really hard. And I just remember thinking, fuck you then. That's another thing, like Amberwood's destroyed for us. Let's give us a second. I'm going to go and get a drink of water. I had Sultan Vetiver, which I thought was an incredible perfume for 20 minutes. And then... Oh, God. And then, the amberwood kicked in and the vetiver kind of just faded to black and disappeared and died over the horizon, and it was, you know, to a piper's lament. Inshitio, yes, I'm having that. CG hitting us with the, to be fair, you have to be a very high IQ to understand the Oud for greatness. Welcome, Jax. Link, or is this a solo mission, bro? There is no link. I'm on the YouTube app So I'm not actually using StreamYard. And when you're on the app, I think you've got to, there is a way these days, but it's before you start. So I'm streaming through my phone. Yeah, there's no way to share a link or anything. Are you feeling better, Mitch? I've got some health updates. I got a phone call off the bloke about my elbows today. Turns out it's not my elbows, and it's good old-fashioned carpal tunnel. So he was like, I'm going to give you injections into your wrists. I was like, thanks. So I'm getting some injections in my wrists for the old carpal tunnel. And then, what else have I got? I'm going to see the rheumatology people on Thursday. Was meant to see them in June, but they've cancelled every appointment. They've cancelled every appointment. I've had 6 of them in all to see them. And this will be the follow-up to a medication I started 6 months ago. Good thing I didn't die or have an allergic reaction or anything, but not to worry. Ood for Greatness needs to masturbate for 6 months. Must be 13 years old, is it? That's pretty much me at 13. It's pretty much most people. Well, most men at 13. God, I'd hate to think how much of my teenage years... No, we'll just not go there. You don't mind Russian tea, right? Yes, but I ended up giving it away. Or did I sell it? I may have sold it. I think I did sell it. That would have been great without the amber wood in it. Yeah, it did grate a little bit after a while. I really liked it, and then I gave it away. Often it says, I think Jubilation 40 has a tiny amount of amber wood in it as well. I don't think it does. I hope it doesn't. Amber woods are an acquired taste too. Amber woods related to Amber Heard. Just like shitting in your resting place, you know. I need to buy amber wood oil to smell. Ooh. I detect an amber wood in Vanilla Van. No, you don't. Stop that. You better not. People just outright trying to ruin perfumes for me now. If you want to vomit, try Ambrosinide. You having guests or just solo, buddy? Just solo, unfortunately, Jack. Sorry, mate. But thank you for the $2. That is very kind. Pardon me whilst I hydrate. Yes, excuse me. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Tasty. Just water. Only ever water. Hello, Fragrant Friend, says Jordan Albro. Hello, Jordan. How are you? What am I smelling? It's the Vanilla Van Queer Does Abyss. So, updated thoughts on Queer Abyss. So, it's not amberwood, thank God. It's not amberwood. It is very much that thing that makes... Oh, I don't want to put it. It's that... You can tell I've only smelled this once. When you get... It smells more like a leather belt, like a thick leather. You know, like you get like, you know, like leather gloves, which are quite thin, or you'll get like a leather jacket, like a kid leather. This is not, this is a thick, this feels more like industrial leather, like a leather that's going to get used for something like, you know, like it's going to take a bit of a kicking. It's thick leather, heavy leather, working leather, big angry leather. It's got that about it, and it's deeply, like, tanned quite hard, you know? And if you leave it out in the sun, it'll bubble. The leather will bubble. Like, the tar will start to come out. You'll get, like, that sheen. I Don't know if you've ever seen that before. You know, say if it happens sometimes with like poor quality plastics, they'll bleed. You know, like they'll get like they'll perspire. The actual material itself, like leather, can do that with what it's been tanned with. And it feels like that kind of leather, like industrial leather, like the mining of like the late 1800s. There's something Victorian about it, you know, like built to last. Like the opposite of inbuilt obsolescence. It's got that about it. Le Male Essence de Parfum Esprit. Is that a thing? Welcome, Bob. I've got Le Male Essence, because there's always like an exception to the rule. I've got Le Male Essence, which is just... It needs to be reviewed if I haven't reviewed it already, because I need to justify why I like it. Like, if not to you, to myself. But I do like it. I think it's the leather in it. I think the leather in it brings it like into focus, makes it like humane. Lamau, I love this guy. That's me. Thank you, CG. Rich is a hydro homie. Jared says, did I miss the unboxing of Philosopher's Walk? Do you want us to unbox it? I'll take it out the box for you if you want. Hold on. Please hold. It did come with the notes, and here's the box. I've unboxed it and smelled it, but like I say, I'm not telling you what I think. Because my friend sent me it. Nobody else send me perfumes. I've got enough. And I won't talk about them if you do. Yeah, look, that isn't actually the bottle. That's just a picture of the bottle. Fuck. Right. He's using purple paper these days. I'm a fan. Look, it's come with a little one of these. Oh, there's a cow. Look. Look at that. Didn't I could snug a cow in? It's got a blurb on the back. All right, give me a second. Which I will read. Please hold. Philosopher's Walk reinterprets the classic fougere structure by using concentrated, high-quality natural ingredients. This is combined with a modern soapy and foamy accord that provides exceptional and long-lasting freshness. The resulting clean and intensely fresh scent is surprisingly vivid, almost white, and fluid in character. It evokes a modern sense of masculinity that avoids the overtly macho overtones of older fragrances. Hey! For a concrete comparison, an older, more traditional fougere like Brut, Azaro Pour Homme, or Dracar Noir would be worn by someone with the persona of Burt Reynolds. In contrast, Philosopher's Walk is suited for a contemporary man with the refined style of Pedro Pascal. Isn't he the one that's in everything? I wonder if he wants a bottle. I'll send him a sample. He's not having me bottle. The notes, so you know. And look, here's... Fuck off. Here's the blurb. So, you know, I'm not just like saying this. That's actually what's written there. It's a statement of fact. Here is... the notes. Bergamot Ionian Coast. Lemon Italy. Neroli Orange Blossom. Bay Rose. Bay Rose. I know Diptyque's got a candle called Bays and it's rose. But they've also got one called Rosa. Or Geranium Rosa. I think Bay Rose means berry, doesn't it? Pass. Cardamom, clove, steady, cinnamon, Ceylon, artemisia, juniper, geranium, Morocco, clary sage, absolute, France, carnation, violet, lavender en Provence, cedar moss, cedar moss? Oh, of course you get oak moss. Sorry, I just had a very swift internal discussion with myself there. You can't get mosses from certain trees. Of course you can. Carnation, violet, lavender, en Provence, cedar moss, absolute, Morocco. Vetiver from Haiti. Patchouli Aceh, Indonesia. Costas. Musk, benzoin, tonka bean, and vanilla. I'm still really buzzing that he's hiding that cow. I need to ask what that's for. Oh! Les abstraits. So that's it. How'd you like them apples? Have you smelled it? You can talk about it yourselves. You know what I mean? It's just... Oh, fuck. There we go. There it is. Okay. So there's actually been quite a few new arrivals. Well, not new arrivals. I did get some backups of some stuff. I've got an unboxing tomorrow. But I did receive 4 backups of my scent of the day, Ambra Sultan. Ambra Sultan. I also got some of these perfumes Often Licked has got and has been talking about in the chat. They are from a brand from Germany. And there is a man who has grown his own iris, I believe. That's the shtick. He sent it to Antoine Lee and said, make a perfume. And they did. And there they are, 3 of them. So that was for you, Jared. Often Licked says, for me, Quaaludes Abyss goes through a phase where the dry, acrid smokiness takes over for a bit and gives me this dry feeling in my throat. Yes. But it's not Amberwoods because that phase fades. That phase fades. Yes, correct. I agree. True. And funny thing is, it gets more salty and sweaty at the end. Almost as if it has some castor. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I'll say something, though. What I said in my video today, why didn't they just make a perfume out of that? Why didn't they make a perfume out of the oud that they got? Just make a limited edition. This one still hasn't sold out. It's still available on the website, the Quaaludes Abyss. Will I be buying it? No. I still think the original's the best one, followed by the X-Ray, which is, I don't know if you can say, because it's like the X-Ray is actually an X-Ray. It's not just like a fucking bottle with X-Ray written on it. It's actually an X-Ray, you know. I think this one might be the best smelling one, actually. Christ, it's so good. Oh, it's so painfully good. Oh, excuse me. I need to do some stretches. Christina was right. The yoga has gone for a walk. It's like an oil-soaked vegetal wood juice leather. Yeah, it's got some of that kind of weird tarry bubble kind of thing going on. Amberwoods are okay when dosed very carefully. The problem is recent amberwood aroma chemicals are much stronger and unforgiving than the old woody amber such as Z11. I think I've always had, with a few exceptions, a real aversion to the old amberwood, like a real aversion. You know, I've been consistently anti-amberwood. Because in a lot of cases, I think as well, you're right about how it's used. Brands have just used it, right, to just make up for the fact that they can't be bothered to make a perfume anymore. They'll make the top notes and the top of the mid, and then they'll just be like, we'll just stuff it full of amberwoods, and then we'll just crack on, shall we? You know, we'll just move on. It's calm. And it's like, come on now. It's not calm. Where's the rest of the perfume? Which is what happened with Sultan Vetiver, you know? If that had a big fat patchouli in the base with like, maybe it's a leather as well, it would have been amazing. But it was just this staunch amberwood, which just wouldn't budge. Like I said, the beginning was amazing. Excuse me whilst I hydrate, sorry. I got some Le Labo Venet 44 and some of the Thé Noir 29. Thé Noir is really nice. Thé Noir is actually really nice, Jax. It smells a lot like Gucci Pour Homme 2. I don't expect that to mean anything to you, but it does. It has that. Evening Mosso. We're wearing lead, it doesn't matter. Cane Noir. Full bottle. Fantastic. I wasn't big on the Noir. I did like the Rose Absolute though. The Rose Absolute was fantastic, so I bought it. You know, the vanilla Absolute less so, considerably less so, and the Lair de Desert Marocain Noir, I kind of got like a polish vibe from it, a little bit angry, a little bit mean. Did anyone else see the Fragrance Foundation video that they put out? I didn't, Dallas, no. Greetings, Bo Dominican, York. Moo, says Often Licht. Welcome, Surty Danny. I like how Philosopher's Walk wears. Got a surprising amount of metallic notes from that Clary Sage, says Often Licht. 3 perfumes, 1 for each variety of iris. Altesse is the classic Iris Polita. What is this? Who are you? A fly. Die. What's a fly doing here in the middle of November? Pulsar is the Iris Germanica, and Trousseau is their own variety of Iris Germanica, Dana. You got to do some Ashtanga. I can't do that. Rich is responsible for water shortage in the world. Yes, thirsty duck. Especially on Teheran. Fly, dead fly now. Yes, gone. Gone is the fly. Flew. Be gone. Oh, so we have some videos coming up in the next couple of days, friends. I have tomorrow an unboxing. And then tomorrow is Wednesday. Then on Thursday, I'm going to do first impressions again, right? I'm going to do first impressions again, probably of the irises. But if not, I'm going to do this, which Eugene has sent me, a perfume that if I have smelled this before, I can't remember it. All right. Oh shit, no wonder it won't come apart. It's got tape on it. Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck you. Oh, there we go. Okay. This is Mitza. Eugene has sent me a sample of Mitza. So I will have it and I will smell it and I will tell you what I think about it. Eugene's tape always splits. That one did split. That's exactly what happened. Cool cat. Yes, Baymax is a very cool cat. He's a good boy. Don't pitch a thirst trap in. He is vulnerable. Quick, he's catching up to the comments, says Dallas. Watch, Nicholas likes the cat. We all like the cats. Eugene's tape always splits. I still haven't sampled any of Eugene's fragrances, says Deluxe Lex. He does do that thing on his website where he'll sell you all 4 of his samples for $15. I was struggling with it on my video, says Often. Mitza K. Mitza. Mizza. Mitza. Sniff that. Dior Mitza. Mitra. The LDDM you sent was nice, Mitch. Yes, it is. This is Lair du Desert Marocain. Lair du Desert Marocain, one of those fragrances that kind of stands out as like a bit of it came from nowhere and changed everything. Like, Andy Tower was nobody and this perfume made him somebody. And he is still somebody today, 20 years later, because of this perfume. In perfume circles anyway, I'm sure, like, you know, his mother loved him and stuff like that. But this is like one of the best of the century, like, you know. It's absolutely wonderful. Dry, hot, warm air, desert, spicy, clean, but old. It's a beautiful fragrance, you know. Giving Casbah vibes. Not Casper the Friendly Ghost, Casbah. You know, Rock the Casbah. That sort of thing. Nice, I'll check out his website. It says Deluxe Lax. Quiescent. Croissant? Quiescent. Rich Mitzer. Yes. I'm more of a Lone Star guy, but I like LDDM. Oh, I'm going to have to do a video where I get all of my my towers and just put them there and talk about them, you know. I wore Lonesome Rider last week. Like I said, I think I bought the last bottle of Lonesome Rider in Europe. And I wore it last week, and it's such a shame I've only got one, and then I'd be a lot less reticent to wear it, because I am reticent to wear it because I've only got a little bit, you know. This is basically full, but that's not a lot. Finished 4 bottles in the last week and a half. 4 bottles. You know, you don't finish a bottle for years and then 4 come along all at once. Glad to have done it, really. That Ambra Sultan will be the next to go, I think. I wore it today. This is a hallmark. It's a reference perfume for me. It changed everything for me. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you about this perfume now if it wasn't for this perfume. I love my LDDM. Need to sample au Cours du Desert and L'air du Desert Marocain Noir. I love Lone Star Memories too. I really got into wearing incense rose during the summer. I think you can wear it during the autumn as well, but I feel like I associate this with summer now. Oh, it's so fucking good. It's wet rose rather than creamy rose that Rose Absolute is. Rose Absolute is very creamy. Very creamy. Casbah mentioned, welcome Dahlia. I prefer Au Cours du Desert, says Fragrance Time. Am I leaning that way? Maybe I am. It's deeper. It's darker. You know? It's browner. More brown in the amber. Essence Suede Duchamp better than your Juby by a couple of lengths. Best Le Mans bottle. You did a Tower Family portrait a while back, but it could do with an update. It could. I did a YSL one, and I've sold half of them. I never did a Serge Luton. I sort of did a Serge Luton one. Sort of. Did a short. Did a short with Harvester of Sorrow in the background for some reason. Don't know why. Just feeling it. And I enjoyed my Serge Luton, but I sold a lot of the ones that I don't wear off. Hello, Frank. How are you? Stinking of Paco Rabanne Tenier today. Have you sampled Tower L'Oud? Yes, Fragrance Time, and I really do not like it. I really don't like that shit. Not one bit. It smells like rubber. Why did he use that? Oh, that's the good stuff, says Quesson. I have backups of Lone Star Memories and Incense Rose. I've got backups of Au Cours du Desert and L'air du Desert Marocain and Lone Star Memories. I think I got them from that one that closed down. I can't remember what it was called. It wasn't 50ml, it was the other one. I got them from there for like 90 quid. It's cheap. I think it was 90 euros. So it would have been like 75 quid. Cheap as chips. Andrej is wearing Les Indemnidables Immortel Solaire from a sample. I was looking at my sample of that today. Frank, I'm good. How is my science brother? Sitting on perfect devil digs whilst taking in the stream. Nice. Welcome, Zhao. How now, Zhao? Are you okay? Incense rose is so sparkly, fizzy, and mineralic. Rich, do you have Serge Luton's Musc Scoubli Khan? Thoughts on it? I don't have it, and that's because I don't like it. I've never had any desire to buy that one or wear it because it smells like a drain that has gone dry in the sun. That's what it smells like a household drain carrying away human waste that has stopped because there's been no rain and everything has kind of fossilized and is giving off dry poo stench. Stale, dry shit is what it smells like. It's grim as fuck. So expensive. It was overpriced when it was 200 quid. It's overpriced now at 6. I know it's hard to accept, Dushan, that a Lamar flanker kicks royal ass on your Amouage 25, says Bob. Oh, we love Hawaiian jokes. Tower only makes 50ml bottles, right, says Jared. He does. Scent of the evening is Fahrenheit Absolute. Absolute, even. Welcome, Costa G. Often, like as of now, yes, he used to do 30ml for Towerville and added glass beads into some of his bottle to make them 30ml. Glass beads, eh? / says, vintage equipage today. Gonna have to top it off with Eau de Hermes tomorrow. Forgot what Eau de Hermes was there for a minute. Also, he does a 5ml for his Atar. He does do a 5ml for his Atar. Dahlia says, that's a hellhole of a description. Yeah, it is an absolute disaster of a description, but it's accurate. You know? Stale poo in a dry drain. Johnny's staying mostly optimistic. I always tell him when anyone asks about him. Thanks for keeping him in your thoughts. Excellent. It is nice to hear he is well. Feeling better. What did you think of Immortel Solaire, Rich? I'm getting Serge Luton's vibes from it. Something along the lines of Shen, but less woody. Immortel Solaire was really nice. I really liked it. I love the licorice in it, but at the end it turns to curry, and I'm not smelling like curry. I'm just not, you know? I'm just not. So I don't want to smell that way. It's horrible. It's the worst thing about curry is the smell. Deluxe Lex says, Penhaligon's Halfeti performance is atrocious. Halfeti used to be a bomb. Halfeti used to be an absolute nuclear weapon. All good, Sijao. Change job. We'll start next week. And because of that, I'm back to Portugal. But because it's full remote, I'll be traveling back and forth between Portugal and Lithuania. My goodness me. That's a long way to travel, isn't it? Lithuania and Portugal are literally on the opposite sides of the continent, like. It's a long way. So you're going to leave your perfumes in Lithuania since you moved them all across? Exciting times. Good luck with the new job. Hope the transition is going to be as smooth as possible. Yes, hopefully it is. Meanwhile, excuse me. Whoa. Meanwhile, I picked up a few fragrances, including Vinea Van Queer as Abyss, which I wore yesterday. It's great, But I was expecting more, says Yao. Yeah, I kind of feel very similarly about it, to be honest. I've tried it. I felt the same way about the oud as well. I just thought the perfume, they could have made a standalone oud. They could have made a standalone leather. And they both would have been fantastic. Excuse me, what is going on? Oh. Halfeti is chock full of synthetic sandalwoods, yes. Frank says, Rich, you have the best Indian food outside of India. Do you enjoy Indian food? I love it. Yes, I do. I've got to be in the mood for it, though. I wouldn't make a very good Indian living in India, eating Indian food all the time. Sebastian just made a video about Cartier bringing back Santos. I saw that. I have a horrible feeling it's going to be shit. Maybe they're going to bring the watch back. No, the watch is still out. It's one of the most popular watches on the market. I was thinking of the Roadster. Immortel Soleil is very syrupy on my skin. It's that licorice. It's that big licorice. It's definitely there. I love it. I love all of it, apart from the curry part, which is just a bit rough. I've not got to the curry phase of it yet. Wouldn't surprise me. That's a common criticism of Immortel. Its association with curry. Yeah. Absolutely. This is the last time I will support the brand with such flankers, says Scented Moments. Yeah, they still haven't sold out of it. It's still very, very available on the website. Not well priced. It's not a good idea to just make it a flanker. I just don't think that was a good idea at all. Dushan says, I would love to try Indian food. Surely there's some Indian restaurants near you. Gotta love me some Frederic Marmont. Sure, there's something about it in the dry down that's so addictive as it's wafting around. Should be the patchouli, but there's amberwood in that as well. Mitra says, not as pale as you are, you wouldn't make a good Indian. No, that's right. I would stand out like a big pale thumb, an immense and terrible thumb. A hauntingly pink and white thumb. Just the pinkest and the whitest. Evening Boos, how are we? Immortel Soler is both syrupy and dry. It's really curious in that sense. It's wonderful until the curry hits. I think that's the best fragrance that they've released since Ambra Supreme. I think it's the best one they've done since Ambra Supreme. And yet, I couldn't buy it. Oh, it's so nice. That licorice note is just beautiful. It's aldehydic. It's a little bit soapy. It's just lovely. I haven't discovered Monsieur for me yet. It's too rough, like a sledgehammer. It's granular. It's gritty. It's a bit like sandpaper. It's big and rough. Kentaro says, hi, how are you? I'm okay, how are you? Kinski coming tomorrow, excited and a bit scared. Green, vetiver, castoreum. It's interesting fragrance. It wasn't for me, like, not something that I wanted to own and wear. Surprised you were able to find it. I'm happy for you that you were able to find it. Welcome, Jonathan. How are we? I hope you are well. The radiator's making a terrible noise. Jonathan says, I've been hunting for Kinski for years. He's out there. He is out there. But you know which new flanker really surprised me? Leather Desert Marrakeñ Noir Elixir. It's surprisingly good. It adds more incense and leather, almost like a mix of LDDM with Lone Star Memories. Yes, it does have a bit of the Lone Star Memories in there as well. It's got this kind of aldehydic, incensey sort of thing. I found quite dry and it dried my throat out, you know? You know when you breathe in and your nose is like fully open and all the air dries out the membrane at the back of your throat? That's kind of what I got from it, you know? It's, oh, excuse me. It gave me a bit of that. Sorry, that was weird. Well, sure, it's the opposite of a real gentleman. I'll tell you what else I got from that. Givenchy was it Givenchy Gentleman or Givenchy Monsieur? No, Givenchy Gentleman, the original from 74. Very dry. Very dry. I think it could be the patchouli. Jonathan, if you like that cannabis note, you'll love Kinski. Yeah, Kinski's says it's got a cannabis note. I've never really smelled a good cannabis note, if I'm being honest. Just not for me. Somebody has bought this fucking patchouli patch 50ml twice. Alright. For full price, and I've had them down 20% more. No, 20%. I've had them down 20%, and somebody's bought it twice. They cancelled it the first time. I wonder if they'll cancel it the second time. John, it's really fantastic scent. It's sad that Tower joined the flanker and elixir trend, but at least he's created a great fragrance. I want it more for the collection, for the rarity. Did you look at that old Scotch lavender today, Jonathan? I don't think I would have liked it as much if it wasn't old. If it was just Scotch lavender, it would have been like, meh. Scotch, of course, is a drink and nothing else. People from Scotland are not Scotch. Know this. People from Scotland are not Scotch. They might be too polite to say anything, but they are not Scotch. They are Scots. Scotch is a drink and nothing else. So why they called a fragrance Old Scotch Lavender, whoever that was, wasn't Scottish. Or Scots, as the case may be. What about a Butch Scot? Then they're a Butch Scot. Not weird, but ASMR, says Frank. The lavender is a big favourite of mine. I've got this park floral thing that I should really talk about. And I'll come round to it. I was talking to Ramsey about it. Ramsey loved it. Ramsey really loved it. No, I don't know when Ramsey's coming back. He is coming back, but I don't know when. Xiao says, also tried the Rose Absolute and the vanilla, and I much prefer the Rose to the vanilla, and I find them different from the Flash versions of the Vanilla Flash, which I have. It's more rich and intense. Yes, I agree. I much preferred the Rose to the point where I bought it. I bought it, mate. I bought it. I thought, bollocks, I'm having it. So I bought it, and it's wonderful. I love it. I haven't worn it as a scent of the day yet, but it's really fucking good. It's really fucking good. It's a beautiful rose thing. Absolutely wonderful. It wears lovely as well. Like, there's a shit ton of real rose in it, you know. I was talking to Houdini about it. Houdini wasn't a big fan. He said it was nice. He just wanted more from his perfume, which is fair enough. Please like the stream, friends. Rich, do you own Fendi Womo? I heard it's a classic, nice leather scent. I do. I've got a bottle. That is right. I do. It is nice. It is classic. It's got a warm, spicy thing at the top. It is. It's nice. I got a garage from it, but there's jasmine in it. It's gorgeous. A garage? With a very prominent note of tobacco, the Absolute version is weaker, softer. The Rose Absolute is also different from Rose Flash. The latter was more sweet and jarring, while the Absolute is more true to represent the image of a rose. Yes. Andy says, I miss Ramsey. Yeah. He'll be back, don't worry. Yes, I see that gorgeous bottle of Rose Absolute. So, this week we have a number of videos to look forward to, friends, including the Iris first impressions, including the Mitza first impressions, including an unboxing, which will come tomorrow, as I've already filmed it, and I'm going to release it tomorrow at some point. And that's that. I am going to go because my back is unimpressed. So 1 hour long streams are now a thing. 2 hours will be the norm still, but every once in a while I'm going to do an hour, and that is when I'm just not feeling great. I might try and convince them to give us a steroid injection on fucking Thursday. See what they say. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, friends. Thank you for liking. Thank you to the super chatters who were Jax and Fragrance Time. You are very kind. Thank you both. And thank you to everyone else. I will see you all again soon.